Okay, so straight into it, let's talk about binds for King. And some general bind tips too, for any of my pad players. If you're on hit stick, or hitbox, fight stick, whatever they're called. I've never used them before, so I'm sorry. Or keyboard, any of those kind of input methods. I don't know how much of this is going to carry over to help you. But yeah, if you have any extra buttons that you can do custom binds with, then I'm going to give you some tips. I would recommend having 2+4 on a button. I don't, because I'm bad. I opted for these two instead, which in hindsight, I guess it kind of makes sense. These are pretty awkward for me to do on pad. I would have to do claw grip in order to get these buttons, which if I'm in claw grip, it's harder for me to get my shoulder buttons. So that was kind of my thought process. Whereas these two, I could just lay my thumb across triangle and circle, or X and square, and I can get these decently consistent. I still mess it up a lot. But the reason why I say having a 2+4 button is beneficial, especially for King, you're going to be doing a lot of this, trying to hit that blue spark. Man, that blue spark's not easy. But if you do it in a combo, oh man, I can't even do it. Here, let me do one that's easier to hit. Wow, I can't even do that. Man, you can blue spark that. I can't do it right now. I'm just not good enough, but yeah. Doing blue spark, you know what? We're gonna cheese it. Oh, hey, I did it. Yeah, look at that. Bonus damage. And then I hit the blue spark giant swing. 74 damage, not too shabby. But yeah, hitting blue spark ISW, really nice if you can do it consistently. And having that bound to a button would help a lot, because for me, I get a lot of forward fours instead. Now, next button I want to talk about is Rage Art. I still see a lot of people having Rage Art bound to a button. I say it's better to have a 1+2 button. Reason why? In Tekken 7, it made sense to have a Rage Art button because every character had a unique input for their Rage Art. Right, so if you didn't have a Rage Art button, if you were like me and you played King and Julia, you would have to learn both of their Rage Arts and how to do them on demand. Or you could have a Rage Art button and just press that button. In Tekken 8, they changed it. Everyone has one universal input for Rage Art now. It's down, forward, 1+2. Doesn't matter what character you're on. If you're in Rage, you can press down, forward, 1+2, and you get a Rage Art. So I say, instead of having a Rage Art button, have a 1+2 button. You can just press, for me it's down, forward, R1. I could pick up Brian. I've never played Brian. If I were in Rage with Brian, I could just press down, forward, R1, and I know for a fact that's going to be his Rage Art. But that's not why you clicked on this video. You clicked to learn about this key charge shenanigans with King. So I have key charge bound on L3. It's been like this since Tekken 7 for me. And let me just show you why. So I have my command history displayed left side of the screen. Just watch this really quick. Just take this in. I'm just matching L3. I could take my other hand off the controller. I could text my mother, ask how she's doing. I could drink my coffee. I could hit my vape. Get on Instagram. I'm just mashing L3, dude. 116 damage. Isn't that fun? Let me show you something else. Works on this one. Sidestep 2+4 into L3 spam. 63 damage. Now, some of these throws, they made it a lot easier in Tekken 8. You can actually, on certain command throws for King, certain chain grabs or whatever, you can just mash 1 or mash 2, and it will change the chain grab, and it will also change what the opponent should press to break the throw. So let me show you. If I just match 1 here, You can see I do this whole big thing. 60 damage. The whole thing is a one break. I could do that. Or I could just spam key charge. See all these blue sparks that are happening? The game is saying, oh, he's doing it the old school way. He knows mechanics. This guy is good. We should reward him. Let's give him bonus damage. I get 26 bonus damage because I'm spamming a different button. Because the game is like, wow, look at him go. He's doing such a great job. Isn't that cool? Now, obviously, it's not as good as if you actually knew the mix-up. Like now I'm spamming 2. You'll see that instead I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get a different variation where it's gonna end in a muscle buster. And I'm willing to bet that you're gonna get more than 86 damage if you know how to input that the correct way. But man, ain't nobody got time for that. I just spam key charge. Now, I'm going to talk to you about the other throws as well, because there's more than just those ones, right? What about rolling death cradle? Can having key charge on a button help me with that? Yep. What about King's Bridge? Yep. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to show you how to do all of the mix-ups with those 2 grabs. So first, before we get to that, there's only 2 other inputs that you need to know. Only 2. That's it. The first one, I'm going to call it the thumb tech, okay? Very important thumb tech. This works on any input method. I know for a fact it'll work if you're on fight stick, if you're on keyboard, hitbox, any of those. For me on pad, look at my command history. That's it. That's what we're going to call the thumb tech. Now, showing you the command history and explaining how I'm doing it is 2 different things. Basically, what you want to do is you press 2 and don't let go. Then you press 1 and you don't let go. And then you press 3 and you don't let go. So you're holding all 3 buttons down, but you're just pressing them one after the other. For me on pad, I grab my triangle button with my thumb and I just lay my thumb down. I don't let go of 2. And I don't let go of 1. So it's a lot harder for me to explain this without being able to show you. Lil Majin, I believe, has a video on it that he posted a few years ago on Tekken 7. This is how he inputs this grab command. I'll show you the grab here in a second, but like I said, it's painfully simple. Honestly, it'll take you 2 minutes if you go into practice and just figure out what I'm talking about. It's very simple. I'm way overcomplicating it, I promise. But when do you do it? You do it here. You do this thumb tech, that's what I'm going to call it, and it gets you into this position. This right here. So, once you get to there, you can spam key charge, and it gives you this. This neck break, Indian death, scorpion, lock, head twist thing. I don't know what it's called. But yeah, 65 damage just for spamming key charge. And that's the answer. If you see them break out of rolling death cradle, hit them with that instead. Now, don't assume that they're going to break out of it. Like me, I typically do default to that because most people I go against know how to break out of the RDC. A lot of people just lab that out. They make sure that they know how to break out of King's Bridge and how to break out of RDC. But make them show you that they know first. So like, if I hit this first time I'm going against you, I'm not going straight into this just yet. I'm going to make you show me that you can break out of my RDC. Now, how do you input RDC? Surely you can't key charge it, right? No, but yes. Yes, you can. What you do is you hit them with a grab, you do your thumb tech, and then you go 1, 3, key charge. Looks like this. So much skill. Do you see the mechanical demand for that? So much skill, dude. Of course, I'm being sarcastic. Now, what if they break out of this? If they break out of this second part here, then you can spam key charge here and get triple arm break. And that is all of your mix-ups for that grab. Now what about the other grab, the King's Bridge grab? The 2+3. I should have been calling it that this whole time. So this is crouch dash 1+4. That's all of the variations that you can get out of crouch dash 1+4. Now we're going to talk about crouch dash 2+3. So you crouch dash 2+3. The other input, remember I told you there were two inputs that you needed to remember. The other input that you need to remember is 1+2, 1+3, 1+2. So again, that's 1+2, 1+3, 1+2. So you do your crouch dash 2+3, 1+2, 1+3, 1+2. And that's going to put you in this leg lock. Now, they can break the leg lock. They cannot break King's Bridge. If you see them, if you hit the leg lock on them, King's Bridge is guaranteed. And I know what you're thinking, because this is kind of the theme of the video, right? This key charge button. I'm going to give you a hint. After the leg lock, King's Bridge is the only continuation of that chain throw. There's nothing else that King can do after that leg lock, except for King's Bridge. So guess what that means? I can hit my vape, drink my coffee, text girl, do anything, you know. And I'm just spamming key charge. Isn't that fun? Now, like I said, don't assume that they know how to break out of it, you know. Make them show you that they can break out of this leg lock. Once they show me that they can break this, I don't go for that. There's two options. You can spam key charge here and you'll get STF. That's the least amount of damage that King can do there. It's not good. I prefer go for sharpshooter instead. And how do you do the sharpshooter? You do the thumb tech that I showed you earlier. The same thumb tech. So you just 2, 1, 3. But you keep those buttons held as you press them. So I'm just laying my thumb down. It's real simple. And it does 5 more damage than the STF. The STF is basically pointless. Yeah, there's not really a reason to go for it. It's just flare, you know? Like if you know it's gonna kill no matter what, then yeah, you could go for the STF. Actually, let's look at the position, I guess. Maybe I'm being too harsh on it. No, it puts you in the same position. They're face down, right next to you, either way. So, yeah. Those are your different variations for your chain throws and how King can abuse key charge. You're welcome. So that's all that. It's complete BS, guys. I don't know why that's a thing, but it's a thing. It is a thing. And I'm gonna keep using it. I'm gonna keep using it, man, because why not? It's not like, oh, there's gonna be a day that comes that they're gonna take that out of the game and then you're not gonna know what to do. No, then I'll just actually learn what I'm supposed to do. But until then, man, I'm not, why bother? Like, I just spam key charge. And I get all the mix up. You know, there's the code, right? The magician's code. That's how you do all of that. And I mean, it's really not that big a deal, honestly. If you know the original inputs, like I said, you're gonna get the blue sparks anyways. You're gonna get more damage, just the same. But now you can do the other variations too. So it's definitely more beneficial. But if you're a new King player and you're just looking for a way to cheese, there you go. That's how. Have a key charge button. So now I just want to give you guys some more like general tips, talk about some other things. If you're a returning Tekken player, new to Tekken 8 and you're wondering, what does the heat system do for my character? Or if you're just new to Tekken in general and you want to learn about this new heat system, go to your move list, go to all techniques. This tab right here is the most useful screen to teach you everything you need to know about the heat system for your character. So for every character in the game, you see at the top here these three general tips. These apply universally to every character in the game. So while you're in heat, doesn't matter what character you're on, while you're in heat, all of your moves will deal chip damage on block. All of your moves. Now, there's some characters in the game who already have chip damage on block. Elisa, if I'm not mistaken, during her destructive stance, I think is what it's called, when she's got the chainsaws, you know, I'm pretty sure all of those moves, any of the chainsaw moves, when you block them, it deals chip damage to you. But for her, and for Leroy with his chain punches, because his does that too, what about them? Do they get anything in heat? Yeah, they get more chip damage on block. Super fun. So what does it look like? Let me show you. That's what it looks like. See how it kind of grays out some of their health bar? It burns their health bar. Yeah, you get it? Because it's heat. It's heat, so it burns them. You get it? Enough of that. But yeah, it burns their health bar. So it's just kind of, they can recover that health. They have to deal damage in order to recover that health. But that's really strong because, like you saw even right there, if you really have them scared to press and they're just blocking everything you're doing, you can just whittle down their health really easily with that. And if you hit them with a rage art, it permanently erases all of the grayed out health bar area. I don't know what you might call that. But yeah, any of the chip damage that you've done, that you've got saved up, if you rage art them, it banks it all. It just makes it do permanent damage, all of it. Completely erases all of it. So that's really strong. Another thing is, if you know your heat engager moves, you can do special combos where you do something called a heat dash. That is not an optimal combo, but there you go. If you're someone who's actually good at the game, you can use that to do some crazy combos. It's actually really cool. It's really fun to watch. I know there's going to be like some people who have absolutely absurd combos, because we saw that stuff on Tekken 7 too with a lot of the 2D characters. So yeah, I'm sure there's going to be some crazy stuff that people are going to figure out. And I would say, if you're a good player, it's probably more worth it to cash out your heat by doing the heat dash to extend your combos. Because it's basically an extra screw attack that you can use to extend your combos for even more damage. It's really good. It's good stuff, guys. I guess one other combo that you can do, I think... come on. Ah! Almost had it. So close. Yet so far. But yeah, there's big combos that you can do. Ah! Messed it again. I don't even know if that's possible. But yeah, there's some crazy stuff that you can do. But keep in mind, when you do that heat dash, it burns all of your heat meter. All of it's gone. It cashes it out. So I would say, if you're a beginner, unless you figured out like a really solid combo to do with this heat dash mechanic, I would recommend, honestly, it's probably better for you to just press your heat smash. That's the third thing here. Every character has a unique heat smash. For King, his is broken. I actually just did a little bit of personal research on this. I went through every character in Tekken 8 and saw everybody's unique properties that they get while they're in heat and saw each and every one of their heat smashes and compared the damage on all of them. Now, if you guys want to see that video, let me know in the comments and I'll make it happen. But let me just give you the short and sweet of it. King has the most damaging heat smash in the game. I'm not going to say it's the best. I'm pretty sure it is the best. But by far, like, it's not even close. King has the most damaging heat smash in the game. It does 64 damage, and it's a 17 frame mid. So it looks like this. Now, before I let it play, let me also talk about utility for these heat smashes. Some of these heat smashes will send your opponent across the screen and you don't get any follow-up off of it. King's heat smash, not only is it the most damaging and a 17 frame mid, but it's also it's a floor smash. Pardon my French. Look at this. 64 damage. And if I get blue spark on giant swing, it's 93 damage. That's absurd. Crazy. And I'm sure, like I said, I'm not like a pro player or like some combo freak. I'm sure there's ways to optimize this and get even more. I've already seen videos, somebody hit a 123 damage combo using King's Heat Smash like that. It's crazy stuff, man. But going back to this screen, I told you guys this is the best screen to help you understand what heat does for your character. Not only is it going to show you these 3 general things that every character gets, but it shows you what's unique to your character. So for King, I can see that it allows a powered up version of Jaguar Sprint. So normally his Jaguar Sprint is like that. If you're in heat, you get armor for one. Normally he doesn't have armor while he's doing that. But that's not all. Notice how you really can't combo. Like I don't make it there in time to get a really good combo. The best thing to go for is if I can, yeah, you get 40 damage if you do Black Bomb. But if I'm in heat, you get a full combo. You can do better than that. I always want to go for that, dude. It should be a thing. Oh, and if it wall splats, then you get something big there at the end. But yeah, you can get a decent combo here. I just don't know it. But yeah, there's combo potential there. The other thing that King can do while he's in heat is he can actually stay in heat, which is a really useful tool that only some characters can do. For King, it's locked behind his throws. So if you input certain throws that are unique to King, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There we go. If you input Shining Wizard, if you input Tijuana Twister, the Pedigree, all of these things, you can see the green flash and it refills my heat. Giant Swing, and Muscle Buster. These are the only ones that I've found so far. But yeah, all of those regenerate some of his heat. Really useful because now he can still do more of this chip damage and then still get his heat smash later. So yeah. And like I said, every character gets different things in heat, so you just kind of gotta mess around with it, know what's going on. I'm looking at my notes right now, making sure I haven't missed anything that we need to talk about. Counter hit throws are huge for King. You can throw out things like Muscle Buster, just in neutral. It's an 11 frame pro. an 11 frame throw, dear goodness. If you catch them pressing, I tried setting it up earlier and I failed miserably. But yeah, if you catch them pressing and you hit them with a counter hit throw, it reduces the frame window at which they can break out of it from 20 frames down to, I think it's 8 frames. Knee claims that this is unbreakable. Knee says that it's basically an unbreakable throw at that point because you can't react to it anymore. It's too fast. It's less than a 1/6 of a second. Ridiculous. Only other thing that I got for you. Again, most King players already know this stuff, but if you're new to King, you can set the practice spot to wake up not set. Come over here and you can just knee Kazuya in the face one time for the one time, and then practice all of your like blue spark throws here. So like. I'm like really trying to get this shining wizard, man. Yeah, you can see that I need to practice it. I'm a little bit better with my giant swing, my Tijuana twister. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, that's all I've got for you guys. Hey, listen, if you guys know of a good free video editing software for me, I tried using DaVinci Resolve, but my computer can't handle it. If you guys know of a better free one, let me know in the comments. I want to make better quality content in the future. I know right now things are kind of shoddy. I apologize for that, but I'm working with what I got. Like I said, if you guys got any suggestions, let me know. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I really do. I hope you found it interesting and useful. Maybe even a little funny. I know my tone was kind of strange, probably just starting it, but it's all for fun. I do think that a lot of this stuff probably shouldn't be in the game. I don't think it does. Like, I'm still new to Tekken, so I don't know like how to really feel about it. But yeah, it doesn't feel good cheesing people in ranked like that. I don't know how to explain it, man. Like, it's rewarding. It's super rewarding just spamming L3 and doing 116 damage, but it just doesn't feel good. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I don't know how they're supposed to go about balancing that and fixing it, but apparently, from what I've heard, it's been in the game for a long time now. Yeah. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to like and subscribe if you want to help me out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.